welcome to my kitchen. Today in my kitchen I have guest Lisa, who is my dear friend, and she is king of soup. I have to say queen of soup, of soups. Last year while I was pregnant, I survived basically on her soup, at least first trimester. So as I was thinking about to make some kind of fall related soup, I was thinking about her soups, and one of her really delicious soup I tasted in her house was a chestnut soup. It was so delicious, but today we're making something similar and very fall taste, something will relate to, I would call comfort food, right? Yes. It's very delicious. It's creamy, it's beautiful texture with some mushrooms and roasted nuts. It's delicious. And for the ingredients we need, the first ingredient, and I would say the key, right? It's nuts. And we can use chestnut if you are lucky to find, if you live in nearby big supermarkets like Wegmans or Whole Foods. Unfortunately, in small town, we are not so lucky. But roasted walnuts and almonds, or either one, I'm using combination, will work. Absolutely. And we're going to roast them. Probably 10 minutes will be enough at 350 degrees. Another ingredient is parsnip. If you watch my channel for a while, I do have delicious creamy soup, parsnip and cauliflower with some exotic mushrooms. I will link below and I hope you will check that soup. But today is about nut, mushroom and parsnip together, and it's create beautiful nutty combination of flavor, and it's irresistible, I think. for everyone who loves creamy soup.
Great way to celebrate the fall.
Yep, and start your dinner party, or has as a main dish for lunch
or a type of light supper.
Yeah, light supper will do. Another ingredient, pretty staple, is onion. We're using 2 cloves of garlic, mushrooms. Any mushroom?
Any mushroom. Quite often I'll use like dried wild mushrooms.
Oh wow,
those.
That would be even better. And you have shiitake, right?
Yes, and if you wanted to soak them in alcohol or brandy or something,
oh
or
wow,
stew them,
they'll
adds a little bit of flavor.
Yes, but
or
we're using this
mushrooms.
simple, the cheapest, what's it called, button mushroom?
Just the button mushrooms.
Button mushroom. I use them on very, very rare, but they will do.
Yeah, they're actually portobello, I found out the other day.
Yeah, portobello will do nice. I think porcini, brown mushroom, any mushroom. As a base, we'll use chicken stock, homemade chicken stock. I will link below how to make, very easy. I have on my website. The one I always have chicken, beef stock, shrimp stock in my freezer. For the cooking, we will use almond oil, walnut oil, any nut oil you can use, whichever you can find in the supermarket, and in these days is available, anything available. And as a cream goes, I'm using Creme Fraiche. You know me, I love Creme Fraiche, and not a while ago I posted a blog, I will link below, how to make 3 different ways, even for those people who are not into fermented career like I do. Everything fermented, but if you don't have fermented cream, which it is, Creme Fraiche, using regular cream will do. Also check my blog how to make easy, and you will never regret to have this ingredient on hand. So let's...
and then our spices.
And spices. We're doing it salt, pepper, pretty simple. And this is tarragon. Tarragon, you can use margarine, thyme. And we'll garnish with some fresh parsley. We need some green, even it's fall. I think green. We need green. Let's do it. I'll start with onion, right? That's what we need to saute first.
Saute onions, parsnips, mushrooms if you want them really soft.
Yeah, we do want soft.
Okay.
We probably use some on the top for the topping.
Yes, you could save one for garnish sliced.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's how you did in your house.
Yeah.
I love that mushroom. I will never forget the taste of that soup.
Oh, it's one of the ways I celebrate fall every year.
I'm like, what's this? You surprised me until you told me. I had no idea what kind of soup.
Yeah.
And as you notice, she's not peeling. She's not peeling. And she said all vitamins in the skin, and I think she's right.
Yeah, I just wash it, scrub it really good, and they're fresh, and I just cut off the ends that have the where they've been cut before, and then I just slice.
In a heavy bottom pan, we're using two, one pot and one pan. We'll saute in the batches, right? We'll saute all vegetables.
And we want to saute it till the parsnips are sort of tender. It's going to be in the broth and stew more, so it doesn't have to be exact, but
Onion in. About 1 teaspoon, and we'll taste. You never know. And black pepper.
so we're going to add the two together since they're sauteed. Just kind of stir them around and mix it up because we're fixing to add the broth. And we're ready for the next step.
After we add sauté parsnip to sauté onions, now time to add
The broth. To the vegetables.
Yeah. So they continue to cook and become nice and soft.
So I'll stir that around and get all the little pieces separated so they'll all be coated with the broth and be able to simmer.
While our vegetables soften up with broth, we need to saute mushroom, and we already slice them up and add to the same pan. We don't need to wash. We add more, another tablespoon of oil, and add mushroom. We'll saute all, maybe few raw we leave for
decoration,
for garnish soup and for the texture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Raw it always gives more crunch, crunch, and the rest we'll saute and then place to the soup as well. Cooking, it's an art, and no one can say it's wrong. Either way, it's right.
That's right. Any way you want to do it. Lovely sound, hearing it starting to sizzle. I stir them a little bit, just make sure they don't burn or stick.
Yeah, we don't want that. Oh, it smells so good.
It does smell good.
Now, about 1 teaspoon of tarragon. And I think it's time to puree, right?
Yes, it is.
And let's add nuts all together.
Yes. Like pureed, you could just eat it straight this way without pureeing it.
And I think add 4 cups of water. Just to reach perfect consistency.
Okay, so now we're going to add the mushrooms. And we chose not to puree the mushrooms because we wanted a little bit of texture. You could puree as much of this as you want to have different textures that you prefer to have. You can puree however much of the vegetables you want, to depending on how creamy or chunky you want the whole soup. We left the mushrooms out and didn't puree them because we wanted a few little pieces of chunky mushroom in it. This is my favorite soup to do every September to welcome fall. So I make it once a year. Minimum, unless Inna is coming for dinner, and then I make it for her.
Let's taste this for the salt and pepper. And keeping in mind, we're going to add creme fraiche, which gives more depth, complexity, flavor, I think creaminess and tartness.
Right.
And sweetness too, actually, from creme fraiche. What do you think?
I think it's good. I think the sweetness will help it. I think it could use a little sweetening.
And acid, which will balance too. It's delicious. If you don't use creme fraiche and you're using straight cream, which is fine too, I recommend a little bit of lemon juice just to balance.
Yes, that would be good.
1 tablespoon or so. But to me, it's fine. I would add a little bit more salt. What do you think?
It could use some more salt.
But other than that, I think it's perfect. Time to taste our soup. Look at this gorgeous, beautiful color, and it will make even more pretty with some parsley.
I would put it in the bowl so it won't get stirred down in.
Okay.
I would put the creme fraiche in first.
All right, about 1 cup.
About a cup, and then taste, and you can add a little more.
And also we can garnish with
Creme fraiche. You certainly can.
You can do with cream, but you can do with creme fraiche.
All right, so then we'll stir the creme fraiche in and taste it. See if we want to add a little more. And I sort of fold creme fraiche in to the soup instead of just like stirring it rapidly. All right.
Oh, it's good.
It's very good. I don't think it needs any more creme fraiche.
I don't think so, but we're going to make pretty just for the picture, right? I think it's plenty. Nice, healthy dose, and I like the chunky mushrooms.
Gives a little texture for your mouth.
Yes, and even
I would put the creme fraiche dollop first, and then a few mushrooms and the parsley on top.
You're right. Everyone is hungry in my house. Everyone is starving to have this soup, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I will link in description below full recipe and blog on this soup and similar related recipe. And I hope you can support me on Patreon. Also give me a like and subscribe. I love like and share with your friends, family. Make soup, healthy soup.
And enjoy the fall.
Enjoy the fall, yes. Bye, see you next time.
So thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for cooking with me, and I hope that's first time, but not last time. Bye.